What's up, Joey? How's everything going today?
What's going on, Charlie? How was your week?
I was well, not too bad. It was busy. I started a new job. I had a communion for my niece yesterday with a bunch of family, and that was a lot of fun. Pretty funny being sober there, but besides that, how about you?
My week was good, man. I worked all week, went to the gym all week, hit meetings. Thursday was pretty cool. I actually got orientated for an H&I commitment. For those that don't know, H&I is hospitals and institutions.
Yeah,
So you start carrying the message.
Yeah, you were telling me that a little bit Friday. I wasn't really, I don't know exactly what that means, but so you're going to be speaking in hospitals and institutions about recovery?
Yeah, well, speaking, and you can be a chairperson too and bring, speakers in.
That's awesome.
So I'm not there yet. I still got to do 2 sit-ins and stuff like that, but definitely get more involved, which was a great feeling. Yesterday, we went out for a nice steak dinner out in Riverhead.
Cliff's Rendezvous, one of my favorite places.
Yeah, to celebrate 15 years of clean time, man. Shout out to Anthony Top over there.
That's sweet, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it was a great time. My sponsor was there. A bunch of guys, a lot of time, bro. A lot of clean time.
Did you eat a marinated steak while you were on the show?
I did.
Oh my god,
it was so good.
Very salty but good.
It was delicious. It was a good time.
I used to work out there. I can't even tell you. Last time I went there, the steak was probably $12. I don't even want to know what it was now.
No, it wasn't, dude. It really wasn't that bad. We all just split it up. It was like $65 a person.
Oh, that's not too
like
bad.
15 guys.
And there was a bunch, 15 guys. Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all. Yep.
So you brought up a good point earlier in the week. You wanted to talk about balance.
Balance and recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, balance in general in life. I mean, anyone could use. If you use balance, your life is in a better way, and then this way you're not, swaying in either direction. So but in recovery, it's super important, obviously. So go ahead. Why don't you start us off with something?
Balance. So I still struggle with balance. I think it's a long process as to trying to figure out what works for you. Right now, I understand that when it comes to balance, my recovery is number one. Right, that's at the forefront.
Always has to be, yeah.
And I got to build off that. So, recovery number one. Then I could start doing things I like to do, like going to the gym. Because.
By the way, you're looking very svelte.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're looking good. That's a term my ex-Jewish in-laws would say.
Svelte.
You're looking good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So recovery first. Getting involved, staying involved, but then gym. Now I'm going to the gym in the morning, so I get it over for the day, and it doesn't interrupt my meetings. And I still go to work and do all that. But it has to be about balance. You could do too much of one thing, and then everything else in your life is lacking, and it could screw you up.
Yeah, I had problems in the past with myself with work. Work was one of my bigger problems. So although I would drink every day and what I would do is spend more time at work. I was spending 60, 70, 80 hours doing work. I'm like, all right, well, I'm paying my bills or whatever. So when I get home, be it you're alone, be it you're with significant other, married, kids, whatever, you bring that shit home with you. And then all of a sudden, you're causing trouble outside of one of those elements where now, you're upsetting your wife or your girlfriend or whatever it may be. So you start a fight over something, but it's really because me personally, I should say, and this would go for everybody. I had a bad day at work, so I bring it home. So like you said, balance is important. So now I started a new job this week. It's hectic. It's something I struggled a little bit the first couple of days, but everyone's going to do that with a new job. But I made sure when I left work at home. As you know, we talked during the week. As you know, I did groups. We tried to go our meeting on Friday. Of course, it got canceled due to weather, so we ended up going out.
Fellowshipping.
Had a little sober diner dinner with Joe and his house manager,
Jackie boy.
So it was a good thing. But you're right. You got to balance your sobriety with work and you got to take care of yourself too. The gym helps you out. That's your thing. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So you got to have time for yourself. It's weird. Addicts have an addictive behavior and very selfish, and then they tell you to be selfish again when you're trying to recover.
Yep.
I don't find that to be 100% entirely true. obviously we want to help others. You and I obviously are working on helping others as well. I mean, obviously you're looking to speak and be a chairperson, and myself as well. Like, I got a couple of people to go into rehab since I've been sober, and I talk to everyone that I can if they need someone a shoulder to lean on. I mean, I'm not the expert on anything. We all know that, but at least it helps.
And in return, it helps us.
Of course,
that's how it works.
This whole thing right here. I mean, thinking about this all week, like I was just saying before we started the show, I'll talk in the car like, all right, I speak to myself like I'm on microphone and whatnot, and that's part of sobriety there, and that's using my time in my car. So what else would you be doing anyway besides listening to music or having shitty thoughts? Yeah. So it's pretty well.
Yeah, I'm excited to get more involved like that. One thing I will bring up, not about balance, but speaking, right? Speaking. Yeah. I have such a fear of public speaking, bro.
Which you wouldn't notice from this.
Exactly. I know. People are like, what do you mean? You're doing a podcast. I'm like, it's different. I'm sitting next to my boy and we're just talking like we would if we were having a cup of coffee. Right. So I spoke Wednesday. at my house.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Joe. I forgot to ask you about that. Yeah. So how'd that go?
Dude, I froze. I froze up, bro. So, I sat right an hour before. Jack hit me with it, 2-3 hours while I was at work. 2-3 hours before I had to speak. I'm like, dude, it's nice out. I might barbecue today. I'm going to have a great day. Right. He calls me up. He's like, yo, you're speaking tonight. Ruined my day.
Oh.
Ruined my day. Now I'm in my head. I'm overthinking. I'm fucking anxiety's going. You know what I mean? Because I'm a social person. I could talk to anybody. But as soon as it's quiet and there's 50 fucking heads staring at me, dude, it just bugs. And I know it's a common thing. It's a common thing for a lot of people. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Public speaking. People are scared of it. 100%.
And it's you want to sound good. You want to, and you just, I overthink. I overthink in general.
I had this conversation with someone yesterday about my overthinking, but God,
so I overthink constantly, and I'm like, I'm gonna say this, and this, and I'm trying to tell myself I'm gonna do good, bro. I'm gonna fucking kill it.
And then I
get up there, I'm like, but I came to, I got through it, and I don't remember what I said, but hands went up, which was a good feeling, and a lot of people said they identified.
There you go. So you got your message across.
Yeah, and people at times say they like seeing that because they see that it's real and it's raw, and you're not just going up there talking shit. And
but you know what though, you share. I mean, I've been to meetings with you. You share at meetings. You don't have an issue.
I do, because you wouldn't think, because I'm practicing. I'm trying to get better. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get. You got it. So you want to hit your cliche button over there? It says you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
That creates growth.
Yeah.
So that's what really, dude, I'm trying to do. I'm fully dived in, So, and this is one of my biggest challenges in recovery is speaking.
But we're doing. Listen.
So this helps, and actually from speaking Wednesday, somebody hit me up saying, "Hey, would you like to speak on a Zoom that I chair one day?" So I was like, "Yo, that's actually a good idea." Plus, on the Zoom, I could practice. I feel like to help me, get my story out there. Because people are like, "How do you mess it up, bro? It's your story." You can't mess up your story.
Right.
But there's dude, my story, it's like a fucking movie, bro. You can write a book on this thing.
Yes.
And I don't know where to go and where to start, and I'm all over the place, and, so it's practice, and they say keep doing it, and, and it'll get easier and it'll get better.
Well, listen, I mean, this week was you brought up balance.
Yeah, balance.
So, but normally I just hit you on Sunday when we were about to record. Oh, by the way, this week is about family. And then you start talking. I mean, it's been working. Again, it's just me and you in the room, and we've sat down and talked for hours on end together.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how we knew that this thing would work.
Just think of it that way when you're doing your speaking. Yeah. You're just talking to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's important. It's important to be able to relay your message because, as they say, we're off topic, which is fine. I mean, obviously, this is what happens when you share. John, my sponsor, will say that again. You go to a bunch of meetings, all these meetings you go to, someone's going to say something that you can relate to. Mm-hmm. So it takes just one statement, one sentence, something, and then you're like, oh, shit, that's what it means. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, you don't play golf, but so golf is probably one of the hardest sports to play. So, and I was always athletic. I played sports my entire life. Golf was one of those things I was terrible at. And it's weird. You go on a golf course, you play 18 holes, you're swinging the clubs to get to each hole 5, 6, 7 times. Well, when you first start, anyway.
Yeah.
You hit one good shot out of 100. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh shit, I can't wait to come back on this golf course and do this again. So it's the same thing. Like just one little thing keeps you going and it keeps you focused. Yeah. And again, that's going to balance you out too with talking and sharing your story. Yes. I mean, it's going to help you for your future. I mean, listen, we deal with a lot of people and we see ups and downs. Where I'm at, where you're at, you see people in and out, and you're like, oh shit, can't believe that happened, or I thought he was going to be okay, and whatever, and they relapse. That doesn't mean they're not okay. They just weren't ready, I guess. But I also see in us, like, and most of the people that we surround ourselves by, are really doing what we got to do to try to stay sober.
That's what I've been hearing. Like, you don't see it for yourself, but when people start telling you, I see a change in you, I see a glow in you, I see, it makes 100%. You feel good and it keeps you going.
Bro, I was at a party yesterday and 5 or 6 family members walked past me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, Aunt Donna, you're not gonna say hello to me? Oh shit! Oh, I didn't know it was you. Yeah. I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on? Yeah, so awesome. Things do. It's weird. I'm a couple times I'm like, yo, they're snubbing me. Wow, what kind of an asshole was I when I came to these parties? But yeah, it was. I was a little nervous with going and stuff, but it actually turned out to be a great day. It was cool, and again, people drinking. I'm not gonna submerge myself into a scenario like go to a bar or something. No, not at this point. Not that I can't. I just won't. Yeah. But I knew everyone was going to be drinking it. It wasn't even a thought process. I just said to myself, like, hey, listen, people drink. I can't do it. So.
You know why you feel that way, though, right? It's because you're doing, the program, and you're doing what you're using the tools of the program. So you like what I say all the time is, I didn't get clean to hide from the world, bro. Like, we can go anywhere. We can do anything we want to do as long as our foundation is set. We have our sponsor to call, God forbid anything, and we have the right support. And, you can go where, I'm not saying go put yourself in a bar, but I'm just saying, like, there's going to be times when, there's going to be drinking involved, or there's going to, and that's, totally fine. Like going to a wedding or something. I got weddings in September coming up.
Well, you mentioned in the past about going to a bachelor party.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You just weren't, right. But you just weren't ready for that.
No, I'm not.
Which is fine. I mean, you got to pick and choose your battles. And again, you're balancing your sobriety with life, which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if I had, like, I don't know, I'm just not where I need to be yet because bachelor parties and bachelorette parties,
we all know what fucking happens.
What are they really, like, what's the real thing that's going on there? We're getting fucked up, That's like, there's not like, oh, we're going to go see a show and we're going to, like, no, we're going to fucking
Well, that's what the women do, I thought, right? They don't do anything bad, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They're probably worse.
You're going to get loaded and you're going to go out to the clubs. And I'm just not there. And it's not even like I want to be there, bro. I don't miss that shit no more. Really
exactly. And then you're going to be looked upon as the stick in the mud. Yeah. Meanwhile, you're the only one with the brain in the room. You know what I mean? It's like weird.
It's weird. I'm at a different place in my life these days, Like I said, that dinner that I was at last night, like, me and my boy Anthony were talking. I'm like, bro, there has to be over 100 years, at least, maybe more, like 100 years of clean time in there.
Yeah,
just long-term recovery, guys doing it, living it, and it's a fucking great feeling. I've never surrounded myself with people in the program like that, and it feels good. It's
weird when you're like, it's funny you just said that because I thought of this on Friday. Well, listen, we're friends, so we hang out. That's different, but Friday at the diner, just bullshitting.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, wow, am I having a coherent conversation with 2 other guys? Like, I can't even remember.
Yeah. Oh, apparently I have anger issues.
Well, we'll talk about that.
I was like, yo, you're not an angry... I don't think I'm an angry person.
As you're cursing the guy that ran through a stop sign on the way to the diner, but that's all right.
Yeah.
First of all, we were breaking your balls.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun.
But you're right. It is nice to have an intellectual conversation.
Weird.
And be present, bro. That's what it is. Like, some days I'm just driving to and from work, whatever, and I'm just like, dude, I am present. Like, I'm present. I can hear the fucking birds chirp. Like, I'm living life. And it's such an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's like, and then your time is spent so differently. Like you, again, as you balance what's going on in life. So I'm like, wow, the weird thing is I have less time. I'm sure you're saying the same. You have less time. I have less time to myself now.
Oh yeah.
Than I ever did because I used to isolate when I was drinking. So I'd be by myself all the time.
Yeah.
I get more shit done now.
Yeah.
That I do more shit.
Oh yeah.
Because the times that I have a minute here or 10 minutes there, I'm like, oh, you know what? I could do this because my mind's clear. It's not like, let me just close my eyes because I have a beating headache right now and I can't, you know what I mean? Or like, oh, you know what? Should I just have a drink now? Because
it can be.
I got 15 minutes to spare.
And that's what you're bringing back to balance, right? You're bringing that back to balance because, like you said, isolation. Dude, that's all I would do. It's not like I was out there having too much fun and overdoing it the last how many years. I was fucking drinking and drugging.
It always starts that way.
It starts that way, but for me, I was drinking and drugging by myself. The only time I would go out was to get more. And then fucking come back and sit in my own shit alone. Miserable.
Like, why am I going to go out with my buddies to get high?
No, they're going to want my Coke. I ain't doing that. Fuck
I want to sit in my room and get fucking high and watch TV. And don't be bothered. Don't have to talk to anybody. Right. It's crazy.
Now it's crazy, that switch, bro. I was talking to Jack about this yesterday. That switch, how, dude, I don't stop. I wake up sometimes, not every morning, because sometimes that's where balance comes in. I can't. I don't want to run myself out.
Right.
So, I've been going to the gym at 4:30 in the morning, bro. I go to the gym, and I'm still showing up to work a half hour early.
Yeah, but you also do work early.
I do, but I'm saying, dude, I could barely hold down a job when I was drinking and drugging, and now I'm sitting there a half hour early, like, look at this.
Like, where is this guy?
Who the fuck am I? And it's like, I'm lucky if around, let's see, I work till 4. I'm lucky if I have like a half hour to 45 minutes after I get home, shower, to lay on the couch and fucking unwind. Sometimes I don't even turn the TV on. I'm just laying there. And then boom, back out the door. And then I'm going to a meeting. And then I'm doing this. And then I'm picking this one up. You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm living. I'm living my life. And it does get exhausting sometimes. And that's where you got to, check yourself and see, am I doing too much?
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to just...
I think it's important.
Have those days where you just chill,
because you know what, you rewarded yourself with that day to fucking relax and do.
It's
nothing.
like when you're on a diet and you cheat. Same.
I guess
shit.
that's
like
today because I ate like a gavon yesterday. I ate like a gavon yesterday, and my mom's like, "Come over for breakfast," and there's bagels and pancakes and sausage and eggs and quiche, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" But dude, that's another thing too. Is it all? I guess I don't know. It's like the universe. It all comes together, bro. Like. Balance, eating healthy for me. Food is a big thing for me, bro. Like, when we talk about addictions, like, I think I said it. Did I say? Oh, I've told you. Yo, chicken salad guy. I've been eating chicken salad for 2 months, every day. Like, who does? Like, that's like, what the like, I can't stop eating chicken salad, and it's just like, I don't know, it's addiction, my addiction is coming out in other areas, but
Jack and I were breaking your balls about that, and you ended up with
well, I got chicken cutlet.
Chicken cutlet instead.
Dude, it I look at food as a way out. Like, I'll binge eat, bro. I'll binge eat to get out of myself. Dude, I will get a high off, like, I'm getting McDonald's. Like, I'll get a high off that shit. I really will, bro. I'm sick. I'm just not suffering.
Oh God, cliche.
Oh God, cliche.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think, again, with balance-wise, I think that's something you got to try to curb a little bit. I do the same type of stuff, not in the same topic, but yes. Yeah. I mean, I get. Yeah, because you don't want to all of a sudden keep pushing yourself to the same. Well, like I said, you know what you're doing. It's not.
It's recovery first for me. Work. Social life.
Look, the worst thing in the world, Joe, if you're eating chicken salad every day, it's not that's not going to kill you.
Well, because I'm making it up with hitting the gym, so I ain't too worried about it,
Right.
But it's like a lot of people will, get clean and sober and die. I've done it, dive right back into work, like you were saying. Work crazy hours, work crazy overtime. Fucking, I don't need meetings, bro. I'm working, I'm working, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? I could have a beer.
That was I was just going to say, that was my relapse in the past when I was trying to stay sober. I worked 3-4 months straight. I haven't done anything. I haven't had a drink. Like, I'm working Airsoft. Why can't I have one drink?
Yeah.
But you never have one. Well, I never have one drink, so that's the thing. But like I said, and it's weird. Yesterday, again, being at the party, people just pouring a glass of wine. You know, yeah, that's normal. Wow, that guy just you're unfortunately you're more susceptible to paying attention to stuff like that. So I'm like, wow, so and so just poured a glass of wine, and I'm like, wow, that guy's glass of wine's been empty for like 20 minutes. He didn't get up and get another glass of wine.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you find out, like, oh shit, he's not gonna have another glass of wine. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. People don't, I'm like, how do you do that, bro?
What's the point of that?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I mean, it's been it's a great journey, honestly. Like I feel you just feel better. Like, I mean, don't you feel better that you've been balancing your life, like body wise, like health wise,
100%, man. I feel great. I feel good.
And it helps when people tell you that. Wow, you look great. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Kind of getting sick of hearing it after a while, to be honest with you.
It does, but it drills it into you.
Yeah, and it keeps you motivated to continue going. That's all.
It definitely does.
But so what else you got, Joseph? Anything good?
No, not really. I mean, the weather's getting nicer out. Summertime, it's almost here.
Yeah.
I met a couple new guys. Like I said, I'm going to be hitting some different meetings in Huntington area.
Oh, okay.
If anybody listening goes to those NA meetings over there, I'll be there Thursday. I think he said, what time was that at? Thursday night at St. Hugh of Lincoln Church in Huntington Station.
What time?
Thursday night, 7 to 8:15. There's an NA meeting there I'm going to check out with my boy Anthony.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm going to branch out a little. Check out some new
I mean,
meetings,
I've been doing that well myself too, changing meetings and stuff. I mean, my sponsor's the one that's really dragging me to trying to drag me to different ones. I went to another one in Bayshore, not at your place, but a different one.
Yeah.
The Pit, and I kind of like that meeting. I bring a friend with me there. My friend James there. He likes it too. He actually, it's funny. James has a sponsor, but I did some reading twice with my sponsor John there, and James hangs around. He's like, "Man, your sponsor's awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, I know he is. You should switch."
I love your sponsor, bro.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a good dude.
We're gonna try to get him on here too. I don't know when we could do that. Maybe we could do something next weekend with him or something. But we're gonna get John on here to speak with us.
I think we should do it next week.
We're going to talk to him about it, see what we can do, but we're definitely going to get him on here, pick his brain a little bit, get a little insight from him. The guy, when he speaks, he's amazing, so we'd like to have him as a special guest.
The guy's got wisdom.
He certainly does. The guy is amazing. But, yeah, so what else we got?
So what do you got planned for next week? What you got anything going on?
Like I said, I got the new job going. I'm doing my meetings and stuff for Tuesday and Wednesday. My groups, I should say, and then I usually at the same meeting on Friday. I try to go to that meeting with John on Thursdays. I try to hook up with you as much as possible, but for some reason, you and I, our schedules are so different, so we only get to catch up like on Fridays, really, and then Sundays, obviously, when we do this. But my schedule doesn't seem too hectic for the week. What about you?
Nothing, man. Just working. Got my home group on Mondays. Work, meetings.
You don't have anything set for that thing that you signed up for yet?
No.
Okay.
I think it's once every month they have a sub meeting
that
I have to attend. Oh well, actually, I can hit up anybody who's doing H&Is and ask if I can do a sit-in with them, to teach me.
Well, you guys could certainly shoot us an email. Charlieandjoeyshare@gmail.com.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If anyone has any suggestions for Joseph, so he could speak a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely.
But besides that, man, I think we could wrap it up for this week, and we'll talk a little bit more. Like I said, we'll try to get John on if next week. If not, we'll obviously bring up another topic, which I have in mind already. But that'll be slang.
I think we're 1 month in. We got 4 episodes. I think we should do a little special.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
And then eventually, guys, I think we want to go to video, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I think that'll be cool.
We should do that.
But again, thanks for everybody listening. Yeah. Thanks for everybody downloading. Thanks for your support. If anyone needs help with anything, please email again, charlieandjoeyshare@gmail.com. If you have questions, concerns, anything, ideas, anything you have, we appreciate it. Thanks for the support again. And Joe, we'll see you next week, right, bud?
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
All right. Take care, buddy.